Hello, 8th standard CBSE children. How are you? Welcome back to our video session. Have a good day. I hope you have written your midterm test well. Periodic assessment you have written now. I hope you have written well. Yes, sir. Right. Today we'll continue our video session number 3. So, 3 March, April, May, June, July, August. I hope you have gone through all the lessons that you have learned. Is it not? Huh? Today we'll just recall, sum up, recollect all the content of the lesson in reproduction in animals. Normally we say reproduction in organisms. Okay. So first, what is reproduction? What do we know? What is reproduction? Reproduction is the continuation of the species. Reproduction is the process of continuation of the species from one generation to the next. It is also defined as perpetuation of the species. Perpetuation na perikkaradu solluva. Generation ஒரு generation அடுத்த generation வாழையடி வாழையா வரணும்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. That is perpetuation of the species. And it is one of the most important living characteristics of the organisms. Both plants and animals should reproduce to perpetuate their perpetuation of their species. Okay. Now this reproduction, what do we know? In 7th standard we have learned reproduction in plants, is it not? Similarly, reproduction in animals also going on. Now this reproduction, as we know, it is as asexual and sexual reproduction. Reproduction is of two types, asexual and sexual reproduction. What does it mean? Asexual reproduction, there is no only single parent is involved and there is no formation of gametes and no variation will occur. That is for asexual reproduction. Single parent and no formation of gametes, no formation of gametes. Third one, no variation will occur. No variation will occur. What does it mean, variation? In a family, when 2 children are there, brother or sister or 2 girls or 2 boys, both of them are not looking alike. Both of them are not having same characters. Though they are having same parent, they have slight variation in their characters as behavior, way of conducting themselves, good or bad. Is it not? So that is variation. So in asexual reproduction, only single parent is involved. No formation of gametes. Gametes are sperm and ovum. And no variation will occur. That is the main characteristic feature. Whereas sexual reproduction, just opposite. 2 parents involved, female and male. 2 parents are involved, male and female. 2 parents are involved, male and female. Okay, and here it is formation of gametes will occur. Formation of gametes will occur. 2 parents are involved, formation of gametes will occur, and third reason, variation will also occur. Variation will occur. That is, even in a family, when two children are two members are there are some good or bad characters, their behavior, the way of conducting themselves. So this is sexual and asexual reproduction. I hope you are able to follow this. You can recollect. Huh? In plants, along with the asexual reproduction, there are some parts of the plant. And normally, asexual reproduction from any part of the plant, when they are capable of giving rise to a new plant, that is asexual reproduction. And in our plants, normally we call it as vegetative propagation. Last year, vegetative propagation, as potato will grow by the formation of eyes, sprouting of potato. Bryophyllum from the margin of the leaf, adventitious buds will develop. Plus, we have learned subaerial stem modification and underground stem modification. 7th standard we have learned, is it not? So, the subaerial modification as runner, stolon, sucker and offset. I hope you could recollect. Same way, underground stem it is rhizome, example ginger, tuber, potato, corm, colocasia and onion bulb. These are all reproducing vegetatively, and that is also a type of asexual reproduction. So all these subaerial and underground stem modification, they reproduce vegetatively, and that is they have organ of perenniation. Organ of perenniation, runner, stolon, sucker, offset. And in underground stem, adventitious buds will develop from the nodes and internodes region of the rhizome, and then on the terminal bud region of the colocasia corm, and from the scars of the eyes in potato, and in onion it is fleshy and dry scale leaves. I hope you recollect. So these are organs of perenniation. Right? So here in animals, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction will occur. First we will see asexual reproduction. Okay. Now this asexual reproduction, it is as first method, it reproduces by different methods. One is fission. And this fission, it may be binary fission or multiple fission. Binary or multiple fission. And second one is budding. Second method of reproduction is by producing budding. I hope you could remember this. And third one is regeneration. Third one is regeneration. Okay. Regeneration, regenerate another. So any part of the body of an animal, when it is damaged or cut or divided, it is capable of growing into a new organ. That is regeneration. So yeah. Now what do you know about budding? Budding, என்ன சொல்லலாம்? Typical example, hydra. Typical example, hydra. And this hydra will have a structure like this. Having a cylindrical body with the tentacles. Hydra will be having cylindrical body with the tentacles. Hydra is the lowermost organism with the cylindrical tentacles. Now at the time of reproduction or during Normally, hydra can reproduce both sexually and asexually. And hydra is a hermaphrodite organism. Hydra is a hermaphrodite organism where both male and female sex organs are present in the same animal. Both male and female sex organs as male testis, female ovary, they are present in the same animal, that is called hermaphrodite animal. But at the same time, hydra can reproduce both sexually and asexually. And during unfavorable conditions, hydra reproduces asexually, and that is by the process of budding. Now, last year, the 7th standard reproduction in plants, budding in yeast person. Same way, here also budding in hydra. What happened? During conditions favor for hydra to undergo asexual reproduction by the process of budding, it is having a basal disc and an oral end with the tentacles, and this is a cylindrical body. Okay. Now, at the time of reproduction, the lateral walls of the hydra, a small projection or protuberance will occur. This projection or protuberance is called bud. Now, what happens as this bud is enlarging, the content of the protoplasm little will be pushed back to the bud also. The protoplasm will also be taken along with the formation of bud. And then when the condition further bud is forming, when the young hydra is fully developed, it gets detached from the mother hydra. This is budding. I repeat, hydra reproduces asexually by the formation of bud. Hydra structure, the animal is cylindrical in nature with a basal disc and oral end. Oral end, they are provided with the tentacles. Right? At the time of asexual reproduction budding, there is a lateral protuberance. Protuberance, projection will appear on the side wall. Then when it grows, little content of the protoplasm is also taken along with the formation of bud. Now, when the bud matures, the young hydra will be formed. At the time when it matures, it is getting detached from the mother hydra and it is capable of growing into independent organism. This is budding in hydra. And then regeneration, as I said, any part of the body, when it is cut, it is capable of generating into a new organism. Typical example for regeneration is planaria. Is a organism. Typical example for regeneration is planaria. Okay, that is for the method of reproduction in planaria, regeneration. That is it, planaria. Okay, the next one is about the fission. Fission, it is as binary fission and multiple fission. So, here typical example for hydra budding. This is hydra. 1 minute. As see here, this is single hydra going to reproduce asexually, and then this, can you see here, this is a bulging formation of budding hydra. Then as it grows, it gets detached from the mother plant. That is for the budding in hydra. Are you clear? Huh? So this is the diagram. There are 3 here and around 2. I hope you understand. Then second one is regeneration. Example, planaria acid. Okay. Then fission. It is as binary fission and multiple fission. Binary fission, example, amoeba. Binary fission, example, amoeba and paramecium. Example, amoeba and paramecium. Okay. Whereas multiple fission, example, plasmodium. Plasmodium, it is a malarial parasite. Plasmodium is a malarial parasite where the malaria parasite, malaria fever, it is caused by, normally we know it is as female anopheles mosquito. Is it not? Malaria fever is caused by female anopheles mosquito. And this malaria fever to cause, there are 2 hosts is required to complete its life cycle. So for plasmodium, it requires 2 hosts to complete its life cycle. Actually, malaria வந்து நம்ம கொசு கடிச்சுன்னு சொல்றோம். Actually, அப்படி கிடையாது. It is done by the plasmodium species. Now, this plasmodium is carried by the female anopheles mosquito. So, this plasmodium, to complete its life cycle, it needs 2 hosts. One is primary host, female anopheles mosquito. Second one is human. Okay. So, first, this plasmodium, when it enters the human body, it is circulating within the blood circulation for half an hour on the epithelial cells. Then as and when it grows, mixing with the blood, it is spreading and it is mainly reaching the liver. Then it undergoes the life cycle. In that, first asexual reproduction and then sexual reproduction. That is taking place in human body. So first asexual reproduction, it is by multiple fission. This is a plasmodium spore where a single nucleus, it multiplies into many. Many item. Many nuclei. It multiplies into many nuclei. This is plasmodium multiple fission. Each nucleus, when it grows, it is developing into a separate spore, asexual spore. That they have different name as merozoites, cryptozoites, just as understand as asexual spores. Okay. So in this, when it is reaching undergoing sexual reproduction, plasmodium, it is producing a poisonous substance called chemozoin in the blood. Adhanalada, it increases the high body temperature. Person is suffering from malarial fever. So in the plasmodium reproduction, every 3 weeks it takes. Adhanalada, malaria fever நமக்கு உடனே தெரியாது. இந்த மந்த் இந்த வாரம் வந்ததுன்னா இதே அடுத்த மந்த் 3rd வீக் வரும். அதே மாதிரி தேர்ட் அப்படி கண்டினியூஸாக கன்சிக்யூட்டிவ் 3 monthsல பர்டிகுலர் வீக்ல வரும்போது இட் இஸ் டயக்னாஸ்ட் அஸ் அ மலேரியல் ஃபீவர். அப்போ அதனால தான் இந்த டெவலப்மெண்ட் வரும்போது இந்த ஹீமோசோயின் நிறைய ஃபார்ம் ஆகிறது. இட் இன்க்ரீசஸ் த பாடி டெம்பரேச்சர். நமக்கு அந்த கண்டென்ட் இப்போ வேண்டாம். We are concentrating on plasmodium reproduces asexually by the process multiple fission. I hope you understand. The next one is binary fission. Binary fission, example, amoeba and paramecium. We know amoeba is a irregular structure. Having amoeba irregular structure with the pseudopodia. Yeah. இது வந்து nucleus, இது வந்து pseudopodia. This is pseudopodia. Yeah. So now this amoeba, one significant part. This amoeba, இது வந்து entire animal amoeba, right? Now here in the division, first nucleus will take part. So this nucleus, the black area, that is nucleus. Now that nucleus slowly divides into two. It divides into two, and at the same time there is a constriction at the lateral walls. The pseudopodia வந்து கொஞ்சம் withdraw பண்ணிருக்கு, நிறைய projection இல்லை. Okay, so then it is constriction appears on both the side. So nucleus is dividing, constriction appears on the body wall. Now as the constriction deepens at the point of contact, those two nuclei they separate themselves. Okay, and then at the point of contact it divides into two. So two amoebae will be formed. Amoeba singular, amoebae plural. So this is binary fission in amoeba. This is the description that you will learn. I hope you understand. So first, entire amoeba, first nucleus starts dividing, at the same time appearance of protuberance going towards interior body of the amoeba. As the constriction deepens, the nuclei also move apart. Then at the point of contact, it separates into two new daughter amoeba. I hope you understand. So this is for the asexual reproduction. Are you clear? So three methods we are learning. One is fission. Fission is of two types, as binary fission and multiple fission. Why not two? So binary divides into two. So that is binary fission and multiple fission. Okay. And then multiple fission example class model. I hope you understand. So this is for asexual reproduction. Then sexual reproduction, as sexual reproduction, it is as formation of gametes, and the six organs they are called gonads, and it is as male and female. It is as male and female. Shall I continue? Just go through this. So the sexual gonads are male and female separate. So that is called sexual dimorphism. Hermaphrodite, both male and female sex organs are the same animal, whereas when it is separate, this is called sexual dimorphism. It is known as sexual dimorphism. Okay. So now male, it is formed of testis, and female formed of ovary. And testis, it is formed of numerous tubules called seminiferous tubules. Whereas ovary, it is formed of Graphian follicle. I hope you understand. Testis formed of numerous tubules called seminiferous tubule, and female ovary formed of Graphian follicle. Now this seminiferous tubule will undergo the process called spermatogenesis, whereas Graphian follicle will undergo the process oogenesis. Right from the day 1 of sex determination in the embryo, when a mother is pregnant, when the sex is determined, the testes will start developing. Same way, if female, ovary will start developing. What is it? Formation of seminiferous tubules and Graafian follicles. Okay. And then as the child grows, then at the time of puberty, maturation, in female at 11th year onwards, 11 to 15 years, whereas in male it is 11 to say the teenagers until that the development of testes and ovary will occur, and then it will start functioning only when it reaches maturity or when it attains maturity or when it attains puberty. Okay, and that process, it is formation of male gamete by spermatogenesis and female gamete by the process oogenesis. Okay, so now this sperm will be produced, and here ovum will be formed, right? And then these are fusion zygote is formed. These are fusion zygote is formed, and then it will develop into a new individual. Okay, so that is for the beginning or start of the sexual reproduction, right? Now see here we say fusion of male and female gamete, and that process is called fertilization. Now this fertilization, it may be external fertilization. It is of two types: external and internal fertilization. Now external fertilization, that is fusion, occurs outside the body, whereas internal fertilization, it occurs inside the body. I hope you could follow this. So here in all aquatic plants, aquatic animals as fish, frog and other aquatic organisms, the eggs are laid in water, and then the male will make a, for example, frog, the male frog will make a croaking sound for its sound present, and female will be attracted by that, and then eggs will be laid on water, and by chance when they meet, fertilization is taking place. So that is called external fertilization. Whereas when the male and female gamete fusion occurs within the body, that is called internal fertilization. All mammals, viviparous animals, they are external fertilization, and some of the aquatic animals and very few terrestrial animals, they reproduce by fertilization by external fertilization. Okay, so now this fertilization, as we come across two terms, one is oviparous and viviparous. Here, fertilization, we come across two terms, one is external fertilization, other one is internal fertilization. Okay, where aquatic form as fish and frog, they undergo external fertilization. Fusion occurs outside the body, and fusion occurs in water. Whereas internal fertilization, within the body, fusion of male and female. And then we come across another two terms, oviparous and viviparous animals. The egg-laying animals are called oviparous animals, and the animals which give birth to young ones, they are called viviparous animals. And all the birds, they are, and frog, fish, they are all oviparous animals. And all hen, all the birds, they are oviparous animal, and they are covered by a calcareous shell. And in hen, as it is laid in water, the eggs are laid on land, it is called a cledoid egg. Cledoid egg. An animal, oviparous animal, lay egg in land, and it is having a calcareous shell. It is called cledoid egg. Whereas aquatic form, when they lay eggs in water, it is non-cledoid egg. I hope you understand this. So this is for cledoid and non-cledoid eggs. Are you clear? We'll just continue in the next session. I hope you are able to follow this. Thank you. We'll continue where oviparous and viviparous animals. The oviparous animals which lay eggs on land, they have calcareous shell, and those animals are called cledoid. Those eggs are called cledoid eggs. Whereas external fertilization, frog will lay eggs in water, fish lays eggs in water. They are not covered by any shell. So they are called non-cledoid eggs. I hope you understand. So now, this technical terms that we know as external fertilization, internal fertilization, oviparous and viviparous. We come across another term called metamorphosis. Term called metamorphosis. What do we know? Morphona changes. Morpho changes. Metamorphosis as when an egg undergoes a series of development and without resembling the adult and then transformed into adult. It is called, the process is called metamorphosis. For example, frog, it reproduces it undergoes the phenomenon called metamorphosis. What does it mean? Frog, male and female separate, and it is having external fertilization. And after fertilization, that is, male frog will make a croaking sound for its presence to the female frog, and female frog, when it is reaching the male, it is just male frog sit on the female frog, pressing the abdomen so that eggs will be released in water. Same way, this male frog will releases the sperm and fusion occurs externally in water. And that fertilized egg will undergo, eggs have to undergo changes, grow into an adult. So when these eggs will undergo a series of developmental stages and then become an adult, the phenomenon is called metamorphosis. So that phenomenon, it is as egg, and then it undergoes a larval stage and then grows into adult. This is the frog. Egg, larva, adult. Now in this larva, it is called tadpole. In frog, it is called tadpole larva. I hope you understand. Same way, another example, butterfly, egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Egg, larva, pupa, and adult. It is also a metamorphosis. Example is butterfly. This is butterfly. Okay. So what happens? The eggs will grow into tadpole. Tadpole now it will be having a definite size where the young tadpole it will be having two stages as tadpole larva with the first external gills, respiratory organ. Then as it grows, it is replaced by internal organ and then development of the forelimb and hindlimb and then adult stage. So this complete set of changes from egg to adult, it is called complete metamorphosis. In frog, butterfly, silk moth, where these animals will have complete metamorphosis, where all the four stages will develop. Whereas here the larva of the tadpole with the external gills and tadpole with internal gills then correspond. Whereas here in butterfly, it is larva, pupa, adult stage. Okay, so here the larva of butterfly, it is called caterpillar. Larva of butterfly is called caterpillar. Okay, so this is called complete metamorphosis. Whereas in cockroach, it is egg, nymph and adult. The larval stage is nymph, where when the eggs of cockroach grows into a larval stage, it will not change into larva or pupa. Instead, the young cockroach will develop so many exoskeleton and that will be shed off periodically as the egg will grow, as the nymph grows. And that periodic shedding of that exoskeleton, it is called molting. I hope you understand. In cockroach, the eggs develop into nymph. The larval form is சொல்லலாம், but it is called nymph. And that nymph, instead of for growing further, it sheds its exoskeleton periodically. And young frog young cockroach நல்ல mature இருக்கு. It sheds its exoskeleton periodically, and that shedding of skin is called molting until young cockroaches are formed, and then it grows into an adult. So as it is not having any full developmental stages, it is called incomplete metamorphosis. I hope you understand. Here in cockroach, it is incomplete metamorphosis. Okay. So here as a complete and incomplete metamorphosis. That is for the frog and cockroach. Now see here, this is for frog. Life cycle of frog, egg, early tadpole. This is late tadpole. Here formation of tail. Here it is appearance of foreleg. Here. So this is young early tadpole. This is late tadpole, and then growing into adult. This is life cycle of frog as complete metamorphosis. Egg, larva of tadpole. The tadpole we will say early tadpole and late tadpole. Otherwise, tadpole with the external gills and tadpole with the internal gills. And finally into adult. I hope you understand. So sexual reproduction we come across external fertilization, internal fertilization, oviparous, viviparous, and then metamorphosis, and then human sexual reproduction. That we are going to learn about male reproductive system, female reproductive system, and process of fertilization and development of the fetus. That we will continue with the figure as PPT presentation. I hope you understand. We'll continue in the next session.